Hey guys, I'm Alan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing an acoustic guitar tutorial over A Thousand Hallelujahs by Brooke Ligertwood. Also, I did make a chord chart that'll be available over on Patreon. Just be sure to check down in the description for a link to that. Makes the video a little bit easier to follow. Also, I already made a video of me playing this acoustic part through the entire song, so there'll be a link to that down there as well if you just want to be able to hear the entire thing all the way through. All right, we're going to be in the key of D flat. We need a capo right here on the first fret. And we're going to have 7 chords. We'll have C over E, F, C, G, A minor, D minor, and G over B. If you already know those, feel free to jump ahead to the timestamp on the screen. If not, hang out for a minute. Let's go over how to play them. So why don't we start off with the C over E chord. So we're going to put our first finger on the first fret of the B string, then your middle finger on the second fret of the D string, and then your third finger on the third fret of the A string. We're going to strum all the strings. Then for the C chord, we'll just do the same fingering and then just only strum from the A string down. Then for the F chord, we'll bar your first finger across the second fret of the B and the E string. Then we'll put your middle finger on the second fret of the G string, the ring finger on the third fret of the A string, and then your pinky on the third fret of the D string. And we're going to strum from the A string down. Then for the G chord, we'll put your pinky down here on the third fret of the E string, then your ring finger on the third fret of the other E string, and I'm just going to mute the A string with my middle finger. Then for A minor, we'll put your first finger on the first fret of the B string, the second finger on the second fret of the D string, and then your ring finger on the second fret of the G string. We'll strum from the A string down. Then for D minor, we'll put your first finger on the first fret of the E string, the middle finger on the second fret of the G string, and then the ring finger on the third fret of the B string. We'll strum from your D string down. Then for the G over B, we'll put your first finger on the second fret of the A string, the ring finger on the third fret of the B string, and then the pinky on the third fret of the E string. And we'll strum from your A string down. And I'm kind of muting the D string. Alright, those are all the chords you need for this song. We won't play anything on the intro or verse 1, so we're going to jump all the way to the first chorus. And you'll notice whenever she strums these chords, she doesn't strum all the way through. She just strums like down to the B string. So it gives it a little more like of a mellow feel. We're going to do the same thing on the first chorus and also the last chorus of the song. So here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, then straight to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that part's pretty straightforward. Hopefully we don't need to go over that. That last little section also where there's only 2 beats on that G chord, that's just like one measure of 2-4, and then it jumps right back into 4-4 after that. Okay, that's all for chorus 1 and chorus 4. On the second verse, we'll start out pretty mellow, just kind of strumming each chord one time, and then towards the end of it, we'll like build into the chorus. So let's just run through it first. We're going to start off on a C over E chord, and we're still just strumming like partial chords down to that B string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And it'll build 4 E and a 1 and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Alright, so I think most of that's pretty straightforward until we get to that build. So why don't we start off, we're going to hit the A minor where it says sing of all you've done. So that was just like one beat, so it's like 1, 2, and then once we hit this F, we're going to strum down, and then down, up, down, up. So that F is 3, 4 E and So going back from the A minor, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, E, and up. And then we'll stay on the F chord, and we're going to strum 1 and a 2, E, and up. Or down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then we go to G, do the same thing. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So let's do that F to G. Ready, go. 1 and a 2, E, and a 3, and a 4, E, and up. Then on the C, we're just going to go back and forth 16th notes, like 1 E, and a 2 E, and a 3 E, and a 4 E, and a. So why don't we back up to that A minor again, where it says sing of all you've done. We'll just run from there to the end of the verse. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, that's all for verse 2. The second and third time through the chorus, we'll play the same thing that we did on chorus 1, except now we're going to go ahead and strum a little bit more. We're going to strum 16th notes going back and forth, down, up, down, up. And you can go ahead and also hit the entire chord here instead of just strumming partial chords. So starting off on the F chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on C, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all for chorus 2 and chorus 3. Hopefully that helps with that part. We won't play anything on the first half of bridge 1, so let's jump in on the second time through where he's singing praise to the Lord, to the Lamb. We're going to start off on an A minor chord, and we're still strumming our 16th notes, just going back and forth, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then F, the switch to G, back to A minor, 2, 3, 4. G over B, then C, C over E, then 2 beats of F, and then switch to G, 2, 3, 4. And the same thing on that one, whenever there's only 2 beats of that F chord, it's just like a real quick 2-4 measure, and then once you hit the G, it jumps back into 4-4 again. Okay, that's all for bridge 1. On Interlude 2, we finally get to use the D minor chord. We're going to start off just on a C, still strumming 16th notes. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then D minor. 2, 3, 4. C over E. 2, 3, 4. Then F for 2 beats. Switch to G. And that's really it for that part. I guess that's pretty straightforward. You may have a little bit of trouble switching to that D minor if you aren't used to it, but if you do, just repetition's key. Just run that same thing over and over again, going from C to D minor. The last part of the song that we'll cover is bridge 2. It's kind of similar to what we just did there on that Interlude 2. We're going to start off on C and then go to D minor, and it's kind of that same chord progression. And then we'll jump back into like what we did on the bridge, on the first bridge. All right, here we go. Starting with the C chord, still strumming 16th notes. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to D minor. 2, 3, 4. C over E. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now A minor. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Straight to G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, guys, I think that is it for this tutorial. It's not too hard of a song, but hopefully just kind of going over some of those details helps a little bit. Don't forget, if you still had any trouble, you can check out that cover video. Watch me play through the whole thing. That'll kind of give you a feel for the whole song. And then also that chord chart's available over on Patreon if you need that to kind of like visualize or take any notes or anything. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I think that's it. Huge thanks to the patrons. You guys help a lot with kind of supporting the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.